Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the latest edition of Fran Coach's Franchising 101 podcast. I am Tim Parmeter, founder and CEO of Fran Coach and your podcast host. Today I want to take a moment to talk about everyone's favorite 200 plus legal document in this journey, the franchise disclosure document. And we're at a point in time where we can hear this ominous, I feel like we need the music behind it, but the ominous phrase, going dark. Dun, dun, dun. What the heck does that mean with the franchise disclosure document with that particular franchise? Is that something we should be scared of and concerned of? We're going to hit that up here in a second. First, quick reminder of who we are. Fran Coach is the premier franchise consulting company focused on education. We are not here to sell you anything. We're here to properly educate you on franchise ownership to determine if this is the right path for you. If so, we're going to help you figure out what is your absolute best franchise to own. Not anybody else's, not my friend's franchise. What is your best brand? We're partnered with well over 600 of them, spanning 70 plus industries. That's the easy part. The trick is the education. That's what we're here for. So speaking of education, the franchise disclosure document, and I don't even know how many over the last 250 or so episodes we've discussed somewhere the FDD. It is a 200 plus page document that every franchise is required to have. It is regulated in theory by the Federal Trade Commission. Every franchise must have one. There's a very set template. Most everything in there is going to be really similar from one another. I have gone on record numerous times telling you it is not, in the grand scheme of things, all that important in helping you determine which is the best franchise. There's nothing in there that's going to tell you that. Doesn't mean it's not important, because it is. But we have to understand what. So lots of things we've talked about in the past of how to navigate that, where to look, where not to look, things like that. So every single year, these things have to be updated in every single state. So every franchise, every year, in every state. Okay. So there's the Federal Trade Commission regulations, and then each state individually looks at this. All right. So every year, and April is a big month for this. It can vary a little bit, but usually that's what we're going to see. So when the franchise is kind of refiling, it's like, okay, 2024 is dead. Here's 2025. There is a period where they're going to say it is going dark. So I have filed my new FDD in the state of Arizona. Until the state approves the new one, there's like this void. The old one is dead. The new one is not approved. So we are quote, going dark, which means for the most part, the franchises really cannot do much with you. They certainly cannot award you a franchise. You can't sign a franchise agreement because we don't have a valid one to sign. So in that period, and every franchise will do this a little bit differently, but they really should not be communicating about anything in the FDD, or very, very little about what's going on. And some will just be very black and white and go, we can't talk to you until the new one is approved by the state. Okay. And it's whatever state you live in, right? So going dark, it sounds this ominous thing, but it's really just, it's the renewal process. So again, why that's beneficial is, well, it's going to be the freshest information. The financial information in an FDD is pretty much dated the second the new one comes out, because it's for all of the previous year, but it's what we have. So it's still helpful. So is it bad? Is anything to be concerned about? Absolutely not. It is just getting you the freshest information. And until the state approves the new one, which is almost always a formality, they can't really talk about it. So when you hear that phrase, don't worry. Do know that there are some states, what in franchising is called registration states. There are 12 of them. They will almost always take longer. In the non-registration states, it can be sometimes a matter of a few days. That is that kind of dark period. When they come out of being dark, they do understand now they're going to send you the new FDD, and now you have that kind of same waiting period. You always have 14 days from the time and again, that's why you sign the receipt once you receive the FDD. that you must have that for 14 days before you can ever sign a franchise agreement. It's kind of protecting you, giving you time to review this document. Okay. So some states, it's quick. It's a couple days. Boom, you got the new one. Great. Now you got that 14-day disclosure period. But there are some states that can take longer. Sometimes it can take significantly longer. It is common for folks looking at that particular franchise to think that is some sort of a red flag. Ooh, I should be worried about this franchise because it is taking so long to get back to the light from the dark period, right? I don't want to say it never has something to do with the franchise, but it is almost always based on that state in that they are going through an additional process. Is that good? Is that bad? Well, it's bad because you have to wait, and there's no way I'm the only person with like negative 100% patience. So yes, we have to wait for that. So yes, that is bad. Is it bad from a franchisor and franchise owner standpoint? If anything, it's good because it means the state is going through an extra level to protect you, the citizen of their state. So do understand that there's just some states, there's more things that they want to look at to, again, protect the consumer, which is you in that situation. So I don't want to belabor the point. The FDD is important. We've talked about it numerous times. It does not tell you which franchise you should own. Doesn't mean that absolves you from reading it. And when you hear going dark, don't let that freak you out because it really in no way, shape, or form should. It is the annual renewal process that every franchise has to go through in every single state. Some states, 12 of them, will take longer to do that. Just know that there's little to nothing that you can do in that process. So you got to kind of, go binge watch something. So in the meantime, so when you hear going dark, which is common in the spring, don't freak out. Understand it is just protecting you and making sure that you have the freshest updated information as possible. So that is going dark with the FDD. Want to a couple quick reminders. When you are ready to learn more about this, our team here at FranCoach is ready for you. FranCoach.net is where you're going to find us. Check out all of our social media stuff. Our YouTube channel is got a nice little pretty facelift with all sorts of information and videos. All of the podcasts are also there. Everything from our TV show, the Franchising 360 show, which Friday 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on Biz TV. But it's all on YouTube as well. Plus, we've got a handful of kind of bonus footage from those shows. There's tons of crap. Like us, subscribe, follow us wherever you might be finding our stuff. And again, when you're ready to talk, to learn more, to see if franchise ownership is for you, find us at francoach.net. There's never any fee for our service to help you. Maybe we can help you create your better tomorrow. That's it for this week, folks. We'll see you next week here on the Franchising 101 podcast. Thanks for tuning in.